All right, everyone, we're back again for our second episode on Shift Happens. How you doing today, Tim?
Doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm alive. um, so today, I figured we get into a topic where both of us have very strong opinions over, but they're well-founded opinions. And that topic would be, Tim?
Street takeovers.
Street takeovers. The event we all know and love where the utmost degenerates in life block off an intersection and start doing donuts, burnouts, and start blowing up fireworks. And over the last couple of years, they have led to hundreds, if not thousands, of casualties.
I wouldn't say casualties.
Well,
To me that means like death, but a lot of people injured and cars messed up, etc. Yada yada.
Any injury sustained at something like this is considered a casualty.
All right. Yeah.
Now, we have everything from people getting smacked by the tail end of cars. It honestly just irks me. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but I know that if you talk about enjoying a streetcar takeover, I instantly hate you. That is the easiest way I can put it.
I'm gonna think different of you 100% if you condone it. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I mean, even from our experience, well, we've had some. We've even had car meets in the area shut down because they think we're going to perform a streetcar takeover or street takeover, and it just ruins it.
I could think of a ton of dumb shit that people have done at meets, etc., etc.
Yeah, even Sonic.
Sonic, do you not remember that dude in the... What the hell was he driving?
Oh, the clapped out Hyundai Santa Fe?
No, it was a car. But I remember we were chilling at Sonic and dude was ripping down the one aisle and drove up into the building area. And there were people hanging around there. And I remember everybody was bitching at him and he ended up leaving, luckily. God only knows what somebody would have done to him if they had caught up to him. But I mean, I'm pretty sure you remember that. Just different car.
Yeah. So, for context to said situation, we have our local Sonic drive-through, and what were the glory days like 2016 to 2020? It would have had to have been about that area of time.
No, because I think even after 2020 it was still going. I think 22 is when it started to get out of hand. And we haven't had, it's been 2 years now since we haven't had anything there.
It's been more than that, dude. Because COVID really killed it.
No, dude, we definitely came back after COVID. Regardless.
Yeah, so if you're not a Buffalo native, we had a Sonic drive-through, and Sonic actually gave us permission to have a weekly car show there every Wednesday night, and we would invite a bunch of friends, and that's actually how me and him met, was through the Sonic car meets.
Yep.
Which was eventful, we'll say. It was something fun that everybody could do on a Wednesday night, because it was worth it. It was worth taking the time out, getting a milkshake, and
it was better than going to cruise night. We have every Wednesday night in Buffalo, they got a cruise night at our local drag strip, which is not great nowadays. It's pretty much turned to shit.
And that is content for a later date, is actually bringing a camera and recording some of that.
So that's why, Sonic was usually the go-to. A lot of people would go to Sonic first, then hit up cruise night or something like that. But, usually we just hung out at Sonic because
It was a fun time.
cruise night was a shit show.
Yeah, it was, especially when another casual PSA here. Streetcar takeovers suck. Don't do them. And also, if you're going to show up to a drag strip in your mom's minivan, you know who I'm talking about. If you're watching this video, you are a terrible person.
I don't know who you're talking about, but okay. We'll just run with it.
You show up to a drag and drive event or a cruise night, whatever you want to call it, at your local drag strip in your mom's minivan saying it's got 400 horsepower. See, we're not in the business of naming names.
We're not going to name names, but I have well, after this video we will talk, and I have a feeling I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Does it happen to be the same guy that we went to? Me, you, and a bunch of us went to Tea Leaf, and he showed up in a Chrysler 300 or Chrysler 200, and his brakes were literally smoldering hot. Okay.
It wasn't
See,
him.
that's who I was thinking of.
It wasn't him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Those type of people who show up to drag events and brag that their mom's minivan is super fast and then drops $300 on a race against a bone stock IROC Z Camaro and then loses and then runs away. I hate you. It's just plain and simple. Like, if you're going to get into the car community, don't do that. Just don't. Like, try and make friends, talk to people, figure out what you want to do in life. Just don't come bragging when you got your mom's stock minivan saying it's got all this stuff done and it doesn't. But sadly, when Sonic was in its peak, those were the people who decided to show up.
At first, when we first started going, it was cool. Everybody was chill. There was never any altercations, really. And then just out of nowhere, and this is where I'm going to prove you wrong. After COVID, everybody decided to be a car guy all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And that's when shit started going south at Sonic. Everybody started doing stupid shit in the parking lots, like I mentioned earlier, constantly revving their shit boxes, which, whatever. It is what it is. It's not the biggest deal.
Unmodified shit box. We're going to clarify that because
people bringing in their, a Hyundai Sonata from like 2012 that has nothing done to it, or
that's when
everybody wanted to be a car guy, and everybody was a car guy right after COVID hit. It's the same thing that happened with the PC thing. After when COVID hit, everybody suddenly wanted to buy a PC. Kind of happened the same way with cars, in my opinion. When COVID hit, everybody all of a sudden wanted to be a car guy. Didn't matter what they had, didn't matter what they drove, didn't matter how much money they had. They were doing some stupid shit with their cars or their parents' cars, and all of a sudden they were car people. So.
Well, you got to think. You did stand me corrected on that because I didn't realize. I forgot the whole stimulus check situation.
Well, that too.
Because everybody had a couple extra grand laying around now. They could do whatever the hell they want with it. But Sonic hit its peak in 2018 is where I believe it really hit its
19, peak. I would say right before COVID hit.
And it was a very good time. You would have your couple outliers who, were some rather unsavory human beings.
It's fun though, man. That parking lot used to be just packed to the gills. we'd have so much people there. You
Yeah,
have Sonic right there. Go get some milkshakes. Go get some food. Hang out.
Yeah, Sonic and Ted's.
And Ted's right there.
Yeah,
It was a good time. It was a great Wednesday night. Great Wednesday night.
But the reason why I bring up Sonic is because it ended up turning into a streetcar takeover, essentially. Instead of it being an intersection, it was a parking lot. So you'd have the casual people who had really nice builds that would show up just to hang out and chill with their friends and just relax. And then you would have somebody in a yes, where it really started to go downhill, whereas there was this group of people who started to show up. One of them drove a bone stock Miata with a $4,000 carbon fiber wing on the back of it.
Oh, you're getting into this. All right.
And that was the beginning of the end.
I can't believe you're getting into that.
This person started attracting a different type of person into these shows.
I can't believe you're bringing that up. This person's going to know exactly who they are.
I don't care. No.
I'm not affiliated with any of that. Just putting that out there. He's allowed to say whatever he wants, but I'm not affiliated with any of that shit. So you have at it, buddy.
Well, this person started attracting a people who didn't exactly fit, and these affiliates of said person would start constant problems. They would start fights. They would keep, just doing dumb things. And then eventually they showed up in a absolutely rotten Hyundai Santa Fe. And what really ended it was, you remember when they packed 10 people into that car, 2 on the roof and 8 on the inside, and start running laps around all the cars?
I do vaguely remember that. And then when all that shit started happening,
That's when
these Sonic meets first started happening, we never had any issues with cops. Cops were never waiting when we were leaving. They were never patrolling the parking lot. I mean, you'd have people doing runs on the street next over, not like racing each other, but,
drive-bys.
Doing a couple drive-bys, whatever, your normal type of shit. And then cops start patrolling the parking lot, start harassing people. I mean, I remember that one guy with the 4-door Skyline. I can't remember. I think it might have been an R32. That silver one.
Okay.
Do you remember that? The
R33.
Silver? Was it a 33?
It was a 33.
I mean, cops were literally just patrolling the area. This dude's not doing anything. He's just chilling in the parking lot, and these cops just start screwing with him because I think he had a bad it was inspection, or it might have been reg.
No, he had paper plates on the car, but the paper plates came back to a different car.
Yeah, but he didn't get arrested.
They towed his car because the paper.
But they did tow the car.
Yeah, they towed the car because.
Did they tow the car?
Yeah, you don't remember the tow truck pulling up and dragging it up the ramp? Because he kept on yelling about having to get his kid seat out of it, and they wouldn't allow him to get his kid seat out.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Regardless,
it turned to shit. We never used to get you never used to get harassed. Nobody bothered you. Everybody did their own thing. Everybody was cool. Everybody was cordial. And then stupid people start coming in doing stupid shit, and next thing you know, we got cops patrolling up and down, literally just looking for reasons to screw with people. And then eventually it isn't a thing anymore, and understandably so.
So, yes, to go back a little bit, we did have cops there, but it was mainly for our protection. Like, they would come in, sometimes the cops would sit at Sonic and enjoy food with us. They would sit there and have fun, walk around, look at all the cars.
Occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally.
That was before again before shit started getting weird. But then remember, there would be cops sitting waiting outside of Sonic.
Yeah, there
for
would
people
be
to pull off and do dumb shit.
Yeah, they would be sitting on either end of the corner. And
you remember when someone got pulled over pulling out of Sonic?
The big turbo SN95 Mustang.
No, it was a Mustang though.
I could have sworn it was the big turbo SN95 that went down the side street.
That might be somebody else, but do you not remember the other person with a Mustang that got pulled over? Leaving? But anyway, that just proves that there were multiple instances of cops just waiting outside of Sonic for somebody to just like do a small pull or just leave doing dumb shit.
Yeah, no, like Sonic started turning into a street takeover, and it ruined it for everyone. You know how much I would love to sit down and just pull up to a random spot and just chill with my buddies and just sit and relax.
I mean, there's so many different parking lots and good spots where you could have meets, but we just can't. I mean,
we'd have to get permission from local PD.
So now it's like if you hold something, you're taking that, I would say, 70-30 gamble of 30% chance it's going to turn out okay and people aren't going to do dumb shit. 70% chance there's going to be some stupid shit going on and cops are eventually going to come and break everything up.
Well, one thing I do want to say to that, because I want to get back into like doing car meets and hanging out with that. And if we get a big enough following on our YouTube, I would very much approve of trying to do another car meet. But the only stipulation would be if you do anything dumb, like you can, do a little burnout before you leave. But if you sit there wide open throttle, just melting your exhaust,
see the biggest problem with that though is if you end up getting a crowd.
Local PD will be
if
involved.
you end up getting a big enough crowd and you don't have local PD there, then you can't. I mean, 2-3 people can't control 50, 60, 70, even 20, 30, 40 people.
Local PD will 100% be there.
If you get them to go there and you get the okay and all that other shit, which is...
I already got the okay from one spot that I was talking about previously amongst all of us.
Well, let's not mention that yet.
Yeah, no, I do have one spot, and there's one way in, one way out, and have PD stationed right there would alleviate a majority of our problems.
Okay. Back to the street takeover thing. Do you remember seeing that video of I think it was a July 4th street takeover down in Buffalo, I believe. And
wait, our Buffalo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Somebody pulled out a gun. The person in the Chevy, I believe it was a Chevy Cruze, ended up smacking into another car in front of it.
So,
do you remember hearing and or seeing about that?
Didn't that person get their ticket punched?
I have no idea. I just remember watching the video, someone shooting a gun. Next thing you know, I think it was a woman that was driving the vehicle, and I think she may or may not have almost or did hit somebody on a bike. And they were trying to like yank her out.
That was she wasn't involved, and they were blocking off the street, and she wanted to get home.
And then she ends up romping on it and smacking into a car in front of her.
Because somebody started pounding on her windows.
That, and then someone was literally shooting a gun.
Oh, shit! Oh, dude, he's running! Get him! Dude, he's running! Oh, shit! Oh, dude! Yo, she's gonna try to bail. shit! Oh shit, dude! Oh shit! Oh shit!
And it's like these events, you can't even call them events, really, because they're not for anyone else's enjoyment. They're just terrible, honestly. They lead to people getting arrested.
Shot.
Yeah.
Running into other people with their cars.
It leads to broken bones, severely injured people, and sometimes
Arrests. It's just stupid to me. I never got it. I'll never understand it. Me and you might be the... What's the word I'm looking for? We might be the outliers.
Oh, we're definitely not the outliers, and we are sure as hell not the martyrs on.
I mean, I know we're not the only ones that think, you know, this shit's stupid, but I mean, I know for a fact there's a lot of people that like the shit too, and I'll never understand it.
It's not even cool. I mean, okay, to us, considering what, you're 27, I'm 24.
I'm about to be 29 tomorrow.
Oh God,
My birthday is tomorrow. I'm gonna be 29.
Jesus. Well, it may not be cool to us because we're older.
I'm old as shit.
But we see this the 16 to 18-year-old age gap contributing to these meets, thinking they're cool. And we just want one, really, in our reality, we just want one thing. And it's, we want, if kids want to get involved in the car community and go to car meets or Cars and Coffee or something along the lines of that, do it the right way. Don't try and be cool and show up to one of these meets or one of these takeovers, because all it's going to lead to, if you're lucky, is a few parking tickets. Man, I hope that in the grand scheme of things that these takeovers end.
No, they're never gonna end.
The vast majority of them end. If they continue to go forth, I just pray that nobody else gets seriously hurt by them. Especially the ones who, you know, bring fireworks into it and throw it in the middle, or use gasoline and start a fire in the middle. Like, there is not one video online that I can think of that doesn't involve somebody getting injured at one of these things. And I just pray that, you know, if you're a young kid getting into this side of life and you getting into the automotive side of things, that you just don't involve yourself with these things. Because, again, best case scenario, you get a few parking tickets. Worst case scenario, you're taking a nap forever. And I just hate seeing young kids getting involved in this stuff and then getting seriously injured. And then them growing up to be the type of people to, you know, advocate for outlawing cars.
Exactly.
So
we could probably get into the topic more eventually, but I think for now that's pretty much.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end this off on a.
Because I could go on and on. I'm sure you could go on and on, but what's the point? We got across what we wanted to say, I think. So
absolutely. And Tim, you want to close this out?
Yeah. Thanks for watching. This has been Shift Happens. Have a good one.
Adios.